Bang Bang up against 2Art Gaming here, Mr. Sham 2, and we're going back to Cursed Hollow.
Cursed Hollow. And you said Bang Bang up against 2Arc, but it's actually 2Arc is currently up 1-0 against their opponent after a very, very awesome game number 1 on Sky Temple. Let's take a look at what's going to happen in this draft for game number 2. We've got 2Arc to take that first pick, first ban. They're taking a couple of seconds to actually really think about this.
I think every game today has been a first pick on red side. I think every game.
So too. That might be true.
It's kind of cool. All right, so Cursed Hollow. Abathur's come to mind, the Siege Sisters of, well, not really the Sergeant Hammer anymore. I guess she's kind of faded once more back into obscurity. But, Zagaras, Zagaras and Abathur's are kind of like the mid to late game picks that I'm going to be looking forward to. But there's a first ban Jaina up.
Which is curious. They let the Leoric through to Bang Bang as Bang Bang themselves go for a Zeratul ban, and then 2Arc goes for the Zagara pickup.
Yep. Again, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal wave clear, lane presence, good zone control with the Maw. The Mutalisks are absolutely phenomenal to play around. And Bang Bang, these guys are just rapid fire. Look at that. We are going to take Leoric as their frontliner, as it has not been banned this time. And
abandons no man.
We're going to see Goku on the Leoric again. I don't know if you put that together, which is going to be awesome. But Uther going to come in here as well for Bang Bang. Very, very good seeing June on that Uther. He's a very good Uther. Strong, puts down his abilities at the right point, which is a really difficult thing to do as an Uther. Getting those Divine Shields at the right point, getting all of your skill shots off, because Uther's got a lot of buttons to click. 2Arc going to respond with the Johanna, and I'm curious to see what else they're going to pick up here, as they can go for their support now, which is Malfurion. Or Bang Bang can ban that out later on, so they might want to go for it now, or they might just want to pick up another carry or warrior.
I'm thinking of a Malfurion just to be safe. You don't want to get it, banned out. But we have actually seen tanks being actually phenomenally supported by monks before. So if they don't go for the Malfurion, it's likely the ban from Bang Bang. If 2Arc wants to kind of set something up for like an Abathur a bit later, they can do that too. But nope, they're just going to take the powerhouse of Kale. And Bang Bang actually is going to immediately ban out Muradin instead.
Yeah, so Bang Bang is going to probably have some sort of auto attack coming out there from their side of the map. I would have to assume. That's generally what Muradin's really good.
Raynor comes to mind. Yeah.
Bang Bang might go for a triple warrior with a Raynor as their pick here.
Illidan ban coming up from 2Arc there. So Bang Bang, they got a Leoric, they got Uther. I said Abathur Zagara, and I already got the Zagara pick. Illidan as a ban could have been because, again, Abathur Illidan. That was actually played last night in the Korean games. It didn't win, but I mean, it was there. And I don't know why MVP was so hard on double assassin, but say la vie.
What's interesting is that, you see the Uther, you see the Muradin ban. The Muradin ban is the big telltale of, hey, what you doing there? Because Muradin is just that instant anti-Illidan. So if you see an Uther, you see a Muradin get banned out, you're like, they are going for Illidan. We're banning that out. Very smart play there from 2Arc. And this leads Bang Bang to actually take out a couple of different options here. They can go for a really strong, you were just saying Kerrigan. Kerrigan's really good. Butcher fits in here as well.
That was going to be the second part of that sentence.
A lot of different melees.
Yes, but they're really taking it, they're already down half full time already. Thinking about this. If they are going to take a melee, I think they're hiding it for a last pick. They do need another warrior here, another frontliner. Johanna's out. But Johanna's so far, if Johanna's there, Leoric, Muradin is out there as well. Arthas and Anubarak are kind of the next big ones. But if we go for a Tyrael, this is going to be a big engage comp, and I don't think we're going to get I think it could actually be a last pick Raynor for the engage comp.
Yeah, the Raynor would probably be a really good pickup here. And I'm kind of curious. The Vala wouldn't really help with that, though.
Inspire will work great for Vala.
Yeah, I mean, if she goes for like a hatred build, I would assume, or when she pops out her searing arrows. But I don't know. I don't know if I really agree with Raynor and Vala put together. Wow, they go for
yes, yes. Okay, so this is almost guaranteed. I think a melee bruiser now. They're gonna put Vala in the back line, but their back line will be weaker, but the engage should be stronger from Bang Bang, especially with a Kerrigan or especially with a Butcher. Double Butcher could be a huge thing there as well, remember.
2Arc hasn't picked their support.
Nope. They could easily Melf and triple warrior from here, or double warrior, sorry. The Mirrodin is out, which again is leading us to believe that it will be a melee. So now what is the reverse options here? 2-Arc, I think, need an Arthas.
I think Arthas would be pretty good. They go for some...
Oh, they're going to go push.
Like this.
They're going to go push. Oh, Sylvanas.
Not just push, my friend. Sylvanas is really good for being able to disengage or force the disengage. Or even like force them to just kind of kite for a couple of seconds. Sylvanas' Wailing Arrow is really good for when Uther or whatever is going to engages, throws down that Wailing Arrow and stops Uther from being able to heal, throw down those perfect timings for Divine Shield. And they've got the Kerosene for whoever gets targeted gets a Divine Palms.
Is that really classified as disengage though? It's just a silence.
It
can still auto attack your face.
It can force. I meant like it can force a disengage.
Okay.
Like if they're like running in, all of a sudden a Wailing Arrow comes in, they're like, oh, okay, we're just gonna back up. And wow, Rexxar. Okay, so Rexxar's good because 2 bosses. Rexxar can solo bosses. Abathur, I'm not exactly sure.
So the Abathur in this regard is either double Vala or double Rexxar. Have you seen the terror of 2 Rexxars and 2 Mishas on the field?
We've casted 2 Rexxars and 2 Mishas on the field.
Yeah, so that's phenomenal. They can also, again, solo bosses, as you mentioned. The Merking is actually fairly strong here from Bang Bang. 2-Arc would either have to sacrifice a Zagara Johanna combo or a Kerosene to kind of do it by themselves. And Kerosene, again, is one of the only classes with no AoE aspect whatsoever. So Abathur to control movement, Rexxar to solo a lane, probably not against Zagara, but at the same time, like, he's a really good laner. Good Merking, Leoric and Uther, Team Ghost. Bang Bang, I think, have a very good engage comp, especially with that Rexxar coming in for the CCs.
Yeah, and you were saying, and I just saw this in your chat as well, you said one of the games they had an Abathur Illidan. That actually did win. That was the DK team, and that was game 1. DK had Abathur Illidan, Tyrael, Tassadar, and Rhaegar.
There's an Abathur in game 1?
Yes.
Okay, so...
It was played by Sniper.
All right, my bad.
It's okay.
I remember they played. I could have sworn that they lost that, though. Oh, well. Either way.
Later game. Yeah, later game 5, that was DK versus Black, and MVP Black won, and DK ran the same build pretty much. Except for without Tassadar, they had a Jaina.
Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. So, yeah, Rexxar coming into this one. It's been a while since we've seen him. In fact, 2-Arc has a lot of practice up against Rexxar because Team Blaze absolutely adores the pig. In fact, I believe in our Go4Heroes Sunday match last week,
yes,
Rexxar ended up being a ban twice in a row.
Yeah, and that's just because Rexxar is really, really strong at not only mercenary camps, but also just working really well synergy with that Abathur. We saw that before, and I believe that was Blaze's strategy where they ran Abathur and the Rexxar, and they also ran Huge on that Monk, and that's when we saw some really good, those like amazing 7-sided strikes. But we're not going to be seeing Huge and his crazy Monk, and we're not going to be seeing Team Blaze. We're going to be seeing 2-Arc versus Bang Bang.
And remember, 2-Arc Gaming is up 1-0. Bang Bang is kind of putting all their cards on the table in order to try to make this work. But if 2-Arc is able to control a little bit of information and infer when Rexxar is missing, I mean, the minds be damned. If they go looking, Rexxar is going to be a little nervous.
Right, and so it's going to be very difficult to make sure that that Rexxar is able to do it by himself without being pressured at all. You're quite right. Getting scouted out is probably the worst thing that could possibly happen there, because that would just be handing over a free boss. Meanwhile, we've got the match starting up here. Game number 1 between these two teams. Or is this game number 2? It's game number 2.
Game number 2.
It's game number 2. I am just completely beside myself. We've got spawning over here on the left-hand side. Bang Bang, they're currently down 1-0 to their opponents. Goku spawning over here as the Rexxar.
Goku is not Leoric. You were wrong.
Whoa! Whoa! Be kid as Leoric. Man, I feel so foolish now. Tiger JK on that Abathur, June on the Uther yet again. And Prismatis isn't playing the Vala.
It's all good, Kev. Don't worry, I would have said the same thing. Crone going up to the top there is Kael'thas. We have Sunshine holding down the mid on that doubloon with Johanna. Insomnia is our Monk. We got LZ on the Sylvanas and Trader with the Zagara, and they are setting up for a very powerful early game push.
Yes, they are. And with the Sylvanas, they're able to just kind of immediately eliminate the ability for those turrets to defend themselves by using that black arrow. We see Insomnia throwing out a whole bunch of those punches, because that's what monks do. They punch things. Don't know what game a monk hasn't punched things. I think the only other game I think I've seen a monk do something like not punching is, I think, Diablo 1.
Chinese martial. There was no monk in Diablo 1.
There was.
It got added expansion.
Later. The expansion. Hellfire.
Yes.
I don't even think that was an official expansion.
It wasn't. It was cool. I definitely played it. But it all goes back to Chinese lore, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Monks are kind of yeah, you're right. Everything they just punch. So Crone versus Rexar up top. I think Crone's going to have a heck of a time dealing with that. Did he take Felon Fusion? Let's take a quick look. He did.
He did.
He needs that lane presence. B-Kid versus Sunshine. I'll definitely give that over to B-Kid a little bit. But it's all about how does Bang Bang deal with this bottom lane.
It's going to be a little bit difficult, but they're actually fending off pretty well. And I actually looked that there's no towers that have completely fallen just yet. In fact, LZ Gamer taking a good amount of damage and barely getting away with that Haunting Wave.
Prismaticism does have the composite arrows, so a little bit more of a multi-shot build. That's the word. So that's, again, just kind of a little bit more of a reaction to trying to do this wave clear. They're going to need some kind of wave clear. There's no merit in this one, so they can't get those 400% damage bolts, but it's going to come down to Abathur and Vala as a combo, I think, as the only real wave clear we can afford.
We're actually starting to see this first tower now going to fall here as Trader and LZ Gamer just kind of wail away, as well as Insomnia, but he's, the support, so he's not the biggest damage here. The two specialists, of course, will be the ones that do the most siege damage at this point. We actually see in the top lane Crone falling to the might of Goku's Rexar.
So once more, the legend continues. I can never capture a Kalefaust death on camera. But again, like as I said, that the Rexar lane is going to be absolutely rough on a 1v1, and even with that Felon Fusion, I just don't think it's enough to kind of turn any tides. It doesn't heal enough.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious to see
62 health is like almost an auto attack at this point against Rexar. Rexar has 72 damage.
But any little bit of healing is pretty nice, and it comes up actually pretty often. And 62 damage is not that much, but it's a good amount of healing.
I know.
Especially when you're in the back line, taking a little bit of that AoE spread damage. But we've got this tribute here doing a good amount of damage and fighting back and forth. Insomnia getting eliminated pretty quickly. We see the healing ward did go down, but the issue with healing ward against most of these teams is that Vala is actually able to take those down with multi-shots, and we are going to actually see that Bang Bang. Oh no, the gravity lapse is going to stop him channeling that for a couple seconds there.
Yeah, and that's exactly what 2Arc wants. They want to try to delay this as much as they can. Sylvanas didn't come up. If you notice, she's actually now worked her way through another tower into the bottom lane. And Tiger JK, he's going to be in a little bit of a dicey spot. Now, LZ can't exactly charge him, doesn't have the burst to take him down, and might actually suffer his own death. But Sunshine finds B-Kid. Crone's now coming in. They're not going to try to force out a Wraith Walk at all. But level 6s aside, this bottom push has done its work. We should see now rotation either to Mercs or to mid, and it looks like Trader's thinking of Mercs.
And that's actually a pretty good call here, because the next set of tributes should be spawning up here very shortly, and grabbing these Mercs are going to allow them to kind of push in the bot lane. I believe it's going to be another top tribute, so this bottom lane is going to be very susceptible
50-50.
and vulnerable.
Yeah, there's nothing to say.
I'm a betting man, I'm going to say it's going to be top.
The EU's influencing you very heavily here, sir.
Top lane!
All right, good job, sir. You win. Goku, again, if you can infer when Goku is missing, you can actually do a little bit against him. Here comes the Monk and the rest of the team as well. B-Kid actually is going to be the forward scout in this regard. Here comes that Wraith Walk. He will be okay. Goku's low. He's still been taking damage from these mercenaries by themselves as well.
Ooh, Trader taking a good amount of damage. Another healing ward coming down here. They don't have enough damage to really through 2Arc, and 2Arc is actually able to pick up Prismaticism, and now Goku, still really low, did pick up the well, but Insomnia's got to get out of here. It's just a lot of damage coming in. The tribute still hasn't been grabbed. They're actually just going for these massive skirmishes, and now finally we see Crone go for that Sunshine, and the rest of them are going to be able to get that zoning potential in so that Crone can finish up the channel there. 1-1 right now in the tributes.
All right, so 2Arc does get their tribute. Bottom lane, Tiger JK is going to slap. Yeah, I guess he's going to slap them down. Bottom. Rexar is now coming down. Now, very important, we did stop out these giants, right? And at the same time, these bottom giants did force down a rotation into the bottom lane. So that's why you see Trader and LZ now top, trying to take advantage of the lack of bodies against them. There's only up to 4 bodies anyways because of Tiger, but these are some forfeit towers right here.
Yeah, these towers are going to go down really quickly, and this is just a lot more experience coming on over here to 2Arc. Really love this strategy coming out from them. This huge a really good stun. At the last second of the Haunting Wave is going to allow LZ to get taken down here, but Goku is really low. Can they turn this around and pick up another takedown?
I think they've overextended for this. Traders now went too far forward looking for those auto attacks on Goku. In comes that Zagara. They did only have 4, but hey, it's enough. Crone wasn't there either, and Sunshine bailed early. They're going to, again, try to use positioning to their advantage.
Sunshine coming in here, throwing down the shield glares to stop them from being able to stop this channel. It's not going to be enough. The shot length is just too much, and Crone now doing a bit of a decision making. Left to go right. Oh, neither path was the correct one. June coming in here to join in on this, and they're going to take down Crone here.
So 2Arc at this point now has suffered 3 deaths in a row. They're down 5-1, and the positioning here in the clump up from Bang Bang means with a Rexar, you're going to be going for that boss, especially since they just took down quite a few members there of 2Arc. They're not going to have the same amount of sustain against a boss, but Trader and LZ are using their summons and their auto attacks very nicely, so the bosses will not be too poorly timed. Insomnia is still soaking a lane, Tiger's still soaking a lane. Level 10s are about to be on, pretty much on par here as well. So it's a very even game despite the difference in kills, but 2Arc, they got to be very careful to not go on tilt.
Oh, Trader so incredibly low. Got grabbed by the snare from the boss camp. Will be able to survive that. Has to back, I'm sure, between the next tribute. Level 10 for both these teams coming out in here. We got the ultimate evolution. March of the Black King. Bestial Wrath.
Yep.
Not going for the Unleash the Boars. Divine Shield Strafe. Blessed Shield, Phoenix, Wailing Arrow, 7-sided strike, and a question mark.
It's not a Nidus, I can guarantee you that.
Why not?
Trader gets caught. Wow. I don't think we needed a March of the Black King there from B-Kid, but at the same time, hey, kill secured. Bosses are doing their work. Bottom lane is getting a little under half, maybe a quarter of the hit points to remain. Top fared a little bit better, and there's the very important tribute that unfortunately 2Arc cannot defend.
Yeah, they were already down to the bot lane. They could not defend it, and that's going to be a huge curse. We can already see that the rest of Bang Bang is now going to start pushing in this top lane. You see Hit and June coming down to defend Goku, but then just backing up as soon as Goku falls to the might of LZ, Insomnia, and Sunshine.
Now Trader's going to be up top. He might be able to delay this a little bit with a Maw, but at the same time, the rest of Sunshine and crew are just going to be pushing in this mid. Tiger JK will not be able to hold. Everybody else is pushing top. If they can actually trade out forts against them as a curse, then 2Arc is not going to be fearing really much at all.
Right, and that's just the might of LZ Gamer's Black Arrows trait. Just being able to pretty much be its own global curse.
Crone has no mana to do anything bottom. He can soak, but he's not going to keep that fort. And, believe it or not, Trader actually forced people off top. Or at least they thought that they could rotate and catch mid, and they still very might.
Oh, wow, this is really dangerous here for Sunshine, trying to delay the rest of them from getting to LZ Gamer, but now it looks like Sunshine is going to be the one to fall. He throws down the Blessed Shield to give him just a couple of seconds of reprieve, but it's just not going to be enough as we see Goku rounding the bout to go for it as well, and yep, that's going to be one takedown. Can they pick up Crone as well? They all jump up on the mounts, and we have Goku just completely delaying Crone from getting anywhere, and that's going to be a second kill.
Yeah, Crone was, A, he did not have any mana, and B, as soon as Sunshine started veering towards the bottom, he needed to get out of dodge. I don't think there was any communication on that one. But 2Arc, I mean, they lost 1 fort and a few kills. Again, 8 kills to 2, and they're going to get jacked here as well. Well, okay, not jacked, but the creeps are not going to get their work done. And level 13s from both sides. It's still a pretty even game in terms of the experience, but a lot of control with this Rexar last pick.
The Rexar is just so incredibly strong, and not only that, it just gives him a lot of opportunity to be very versatile, right? Like, there's a lot of different ways to play this map, and they're playing it by picking up a whole bunch of mercenary camps, by just, like, pushing in all these different lanes, and just getting some really good lane dominance. Really good play coming out here from Bang Bang. They're pushing on in this mid lane right now.
Now, one advantage that 2Arc has is the chain bombs. Actually more effective with Misha, but still, like, look at the stuns. Johanna just does not last.
Not at all. We're actually seeing a pretty good fight come down here now. Leork gets taken out in the bottom, and actually a Wailing Arrow only hits Misha. Misha was pretty silent already, so that's not going to really be able to help out that much. Tiger JK's clone does get taken down here. That's a 1-for-1 trade. So it's really not too bad for either team, but we're still seeing Bang Bang a little bit farther ahead in terms of experience, 14-14 right now.
Well, B-Kid versus Johanna, I mean, that's a heck of a trade, but I will always remove a Leoric for a Johanna because Leoric will come back that much quicker and have that map presence that you're looking for. So, as you said, it's not all that bad, but I would definitely say that we're seeing Bang Bang kind of taking more and more control of this match as the time goes on.
That's true, but it's, we're just about hitting the point where 2Ark is going to start being really strong. They picked up that chain bomb at level 13. They've got a couple more of these talents coming in. Mutalisk, we're actually going to see Zagara pick up level 16, that brute expansion. We're going to see Trader actually start hitting a massive amount of damage as well.
What is LZ Gamer's build? I don't think I've seen this before. Lost Soul into Paralysis, Unstable Poison, and now Overwhelming Affliction? I don't think I've ever seen an Overwhelming Affliction.
It's a very kind of peely build, right? Like
it slows,
getting the slows in there.
Remember, we don't have a ton of peel to deal with Trader or Crone. Neither of them have any escapes until 20.
And Paralysis as well. I don't really.
Paralysis for the pushing.
Yeah,
I get that part. But Overwhelming
it makes sense. I never really see it too much.
Yeah.
So we're having another tribute spawn up here. We're actually already having the engagement come on in here. Misha taking a good amount of the damage. And Sunshine actually Sunshine taking a good amount of damage, has to disengage here. Tiger JK chasing him down with the clone, and a really nice maul coming in there from his Manicism. Trader does catch him with the huge maul to be able to actually take that down. And a really nice engage, but is it going to actually go in 2Ark's favor is the question. Sunshine, yet again, really low. B-Kid fighting with Trader, and we have June sitting there healing him back up, the Abathur, with the hat as well. But 2Ark is able to turn around the fight on the other side of the map. So they might be able to actually just take this pretty nicely since Abathur and Leoric are the only ones left.
Now, Bang Bang kind of losing out their front line right there wasn't exactly the best. The big thing is that they weren't able to kill Johanna. And now B-Kid, I mean, he sacrifices his life in order to try to delay this as much as he can, trying to get the best out of Tiger JK into the bottom because, he is pushing in. Well, he's trying to push in. Doesn't exactly have the most aggressive of positioning, but either way, 16 for both sides, 11-7 was not a curse. That's kind of the silver lining here for Bang Bang. This was not a curse. If they do that again, they're going to be in dire straits.
Oh, B-Kid is running around kind of scouting. He didn't actually see that they're taking the boss, though. That was actually really close. I would have made that a priority there as the ghost of Leoric to make sure that they're not going for the boss, but I guess they knew anyway, and we could see that Bang Bang is making their own reciprocating call of picking up their own boss as well. I'm curious to see how both these bosses are going to fare because we can already see that's going to go to keep walls on both sides.
So the bottom is faring the bottom is faring much worse than the top. So this push in, I mean, as you can see, 2Ark is a little concerned about it. They are going to go for their Giants, which is an option. No, they're not. I would have said that's a great defensive option, whereas 2Ark can't exactly do that. But again, Tiger JK can shield up quite a few of these towers, get off a lot of damage with those mines as well. That's a default pushing option that they have.
Here comes the boss now going into 2Ark's keep walls, and we can see the one on the side of Bang Bang is actually pretty much already half health, but it's gotten a lot further into the wall. In fact, it looks like 2Ark's going to be able to defend this a lot better. Sunshine now running on into a bush and does run into the rest of Bang Bang. But Bang Bang is very, very tentative here. Do want to back up.
Huh. So something I didn't take into account is that Tiger JK is not a backdoor build. He has no locusts to kind of throw down, no infinite amount of traps. He is very much a battle build, which has been going great for the team fights, 11-7, as you can see, but doesn't really lend you to a lot of that backdoor kind of pressure. So Tiger's still going to be able to soak that lane, which is going to be great for the experience here at Bang Bang. But as you said, 2Ark actually did much better in their defense.
We see level 16 talents coming in here as well. Double imposing presence actually coming in there for Leoric and Rexar. They're really afraid of all the auto attacks coming in from 2Ark.
All right, that fort was pretty low-hanging fruit kind of objective right there. Level 18 to just a little under 18. Tiger still will remain into that top for the soak, and this is a big one. It spawns right into the hands of 2Ark. This is do or die time, champ.
Right, Abathur already in the top lane, waiting for that ultimate illusion to pop in. See, I'm actually kind of curious to see who they're going to go for. Last time we actually saw B-Kid was the clone target, but it is going to be Tiger JK for this time. A massive condemn is actually going to grab everybody. A huge wailing arrow is going to be able to do a good amount of work as well. In fact, Tiger JK's clone is about to fall. It does fall. And we see Prismaticism get caught in the maul. And we see a huge seven-sided strike is actually able to pick up B-Kid. Divine Shield's going down there on Prismaticism to give him a little bit of alleviation here in the damage coming towards him. But LZ Gamer is hot on the case, is going to be able to take him down. And now we see June trying to disengage with Goku. Misha just falls. Oh, that was a really sad death there on Misha. Just kind of just flopped. Didn't even like keel over or anything. Just kind of flopped down. That was
the 2-arc curse is done. Jun, unfortunately, is not going to be living through it. Now Goku's on the wrong side of his gate. We're going to go straight for keep on this one. We also have those mercenaries bottom, those stone bros that helped defend against that boss, have marched all the way up to the gate. Tiger JK will do what he can into the top lane, but the defensive options are limited here, Kev.
Right, and they're about to hit level 20 as well. This actually, if they can pick up another kill like on Goku, this could be the game.
It's very close by the end of it. Good shield coming out from our Abathur, but as it is, this is a double keep swing. There's no bosses to pick up, but they could easily go for the bruisers. I don't think they're going to go for core, but it's a level 20 advantage now for 2-arc as well.
Right, and so they've got these nice storm towns coming in here. I'm curious to see what their next couple of moves are going to be. There's going to be a lot of mercenary camps that are going to come up in the next couple of seconds as well. You got 30 seconds on the siege camps, another 50 seconds on bruiser camps, and then the more offensive options that they can go for as well. And so right now, they just go back just to go regenerate a little bit of that health and mana, and they move back out onto the map.
2-arc at 20, but they don't actually have any more curses kind of in the bank. As you said, there's quite a few timers now ticking down, a minute for bosses, for example. And again, like 2-arc, they feeling good. They have this advantage. They can go with these bruisers and pick someone in mid. It might actually lead us into some core damage.
And we can see that they pick up those bruisers. They now start moving on in here. We see Misha trying to fend them off for a couple of seconds. B-Kid's here as well. They're not even interested on picking up those siege giants on their side of the map. They just want to be aggressive, hyper aggressive in this position because they've got that level 20 advantage. This is their time to possibly get that victory.
All right, LZ and crew going to be leading the way into the top. They are going to be trying to limit as much damage as they can from potential Abathur backdoors. And but again, like Abathur with the battle veil, you can definitely tell the difference between a backdoor and a battle. Like, he has not been very aggressive in the split pushes. A lot of these fights have been prolonged thanks to him. And of course, 11 kills to, well, 10 and a half. 2-arc's really done a lot of work here in this late game. And the lack of, reliable mines. It's been a very different kind of game than, I guess, what we're used to with all these backdoor builds coming out.
Ooh, 2-arc looks like they want to go for this boss, but Goku does scout it out. They're now starting to pressure around everything. Do they pop out that ultimate evolution? Keep in mind, level 20 has been grabbed here by Bang Bang. They've got the Hive Mind now on Abathur, which means that Misha and Rexar both pick that up, and that's a lot of damage to deal with. Rexar is actually taking a good amount of damage there on that Misha.
Oh, wow.
See a huge rush to the Black King coming on in there from B-Kid, but a 7-sided strike actually gets canceled out there by Trader's Maul. That actually was a little bit of a misplay there. A good amount of damage going down there onto Sunshine, but does have the indestructible to pop immediately. Yep. We see that June has fallen, and we see Tiger JK's clone has fallen as well.
Yeah, the March of the Black King, unfortunately, didn't really get the work done. The 2 forward targets of Johanna and Uther, both of them do come back to life. So neither side really got a lot done early, but as soon as we kind of shifted focuses, the clone came in really, really late. The Rexar, sure, it didn't actually work out between the Maw and the 7-sided strike, but everything else was basically up the alley of 2-arc. And as they get a 4 for 0, this is going to be game with catapults on core, Kev.
Right, and they just move on in to pick up the rest of this series. 2-0 yet again for 2-arc. Do they ever get a game against them? They haven't in a while, but they're not going to go up here against a couple more intimidating opponents as they move on into the finals here.
Well-faced. I haven't heard that one before, but the sportsmanship coming out from LZ and crew as 2-arc Gaming will once more be advancing to a finals where they face off against longtime rivals of Team Blaze.
Curious to see how this is all going to go, because we've seen Team Blaze and 2-arc go up against each other every single time. I believe they go to a best-of-3, game 3. And I think twice we've seen Blackheart's Bay come out.
Yes.
Too.
Black Hearts Bay is a third map, and we actually haven't personally witnessed 2Arc winning against Blaze.
No, we haven't.
No.
They're looking in a lot better shape today, though. 2-0s in a row.
With, again, like the comp from Bang Bang with the stun bot coming in, with the Rexar, with the clone, I really did expect less of a battle abathur and more of a backdoor, and it just felt like the pick itself was a little underwhelming. The clones really didn't seem to hit the mark. They had some actually good success with it, at the level 10, at the level 13 mark, but then 2Arc really just started coming into the comp, and you kept saying that as well. I mean, this is where the chain bombs start getting scary. We saw Sylvanas with that peel as well. I think that Overwhelming Affliction was a phenomenal choice by the end of it. And Johanna, with the Indestructible at level 20, she was a big part of that fight. Taking down Uther as quick as they could, forced a little bit of an issue for Bang Bang. But I don't know. The Rexar last pick looked great on paper, but I don't think it really executed as well as it could have been.
Yeah, I don't think they've really ascended to the status of Blaze's Rexar just yet.
Yeah.
So once we see something like that, maybe we can see them take a couple more games with that Rexar. It was still a really intimidating build, but you're quite right. They just didn't quite execute it correctly. And we saw a lot of actually Prismaticism getting kind of caught in those maws, in those really difficult positions. Really, it was just some really supreme positioning coming out there from 2Arc. And every single time that there was like an opportunity that presented itself in those team fights, 2Arc was there to take it. So we'll see exactly how the next couple of games are going to go, because I'm curious to see how they're going to be able to go up against their rivals of Blaze, because Bang Bang played really well, but we know that Blaze is currently just their immediate rival in the scene right now.